Turning our attention to weather, you're looking live over East Charlotte, where you can see those clouds and that line of storms that's making its way through our area. There's actually a severe thunderstorm warning that just expired.
Let's check back in here with Tara, because we're still tracking some rain falling like we see on the screen right there, but not as severe as it just was.
Right. So the risk of damaging wind and hail has kind of ended. This thunderstorm weakening just a bit for now, but still putting out some pretty intense rain and pretty frequent lightning too, and still some gusty wind. And just know that could still change in any second. Another severe thunderstorm warning could pop up over parts of the area. Again, damaging wind and hail will be the two main threats out of these storms for the rest of this evening. So zooming in, yes, turning into a stormy late afternoon here for a good chunk of Mecklenburg County, especially central southern Mecklenburg County. This band of heavy rain moving in from Indian Land right now, northern Lancaster County, Chester County, Rock Hill, Fort Mill, getting some of the heavy rain and lightning. So please keep it inside until that moves out and the thunder has kind of tapered off there. Also, another strong storm right near, it looks like, just to the northeast of near the Mount Holly area there, northeast Gaston County. All these storms are pushing from southwest to northeast and drifting a little more to the east here. So we have more activity moving into Stanley County too, over Locust, lots of heavy rain, pretty intense lightning. Northwest of Albemarle, seeing some of that almost continuous lightning. And then we have another line that's moving out of the mountains now down through Lenoir and into Taylorsville, western Alexander County. So heads up, folks, Taylorsville, that heavy rain and lightning is headed your way. And if it holds together, that's going to be moving into that northern part of Iredell County here in a little bit too. As I said, this is all coming in ahead of a cold front today, bringing us those big time temperature and yes, even more wet weather changes heading into the weekend. Severe risk for the rest of this evening is on the low side, where you see this darker green. So that includes all of our area here and down through the upstate. Level 1 out of 5, damaging wind gusts and hail will continue to be the two main threats. Let's check it out on Futurecast, what radar could look like at different times of the evening here coming up. Just some scattered activity expected, so it's not going to be obviously raining everywhere all the time. And we can expect to see more scattered showers and maybe hear some rumbles going into the night, and especially tomorrow morning. This is when the rain could become even more intense and widespread over more of our area. So more wet weather to come. We've got a warm 80 at the moment here in Charlotte, not for much longer after we get more of that rain passing through, dropping temperatures. And you can see area wide where it has rained. We've got 60s and 70s now from Gastonia down through Rock Hill. And Chester is now back up to 70, 69 after some rain earlier. And Morganton, 60s up in the mountains, still holding on to the mid 80s off to the east toward the Sandhills. Now here tonight, it's going to be one of those interesting temperature days going through tomorrow. We'll reach our highs early in the day. So temperatures basically hover in the 60s while we're sleeping tonight, again with more scattered showers and storms around. But look at tomorrow afternoon. We get colder as the day goes on. So break out the thicker coats and certainly the rain jackets as well, because yes, we will have more of that rain falling. Most of it looks to fall tomorrow early in the day, kind of tapering off briefly in the afternoon. And you'll see that too as we advance the timeline from morning, where it's going to be pretty wet out there. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s, getting chillier as the day goes on. The wind picks up as well, but you can see how a lot of the widespread coverage of the rain tapers off, so we'll get some breaks. And then going into Saturday, here comes another wave of low pressure pushing in yet more widespread rain with those continued chilly temperatures, 30s in the mountains, 40s to only near 50 at best in most other neighborhoods, taking it out right on through the afternoon. So just a wet kickoff to the weekend, first half of the weekend on Saturday. And by the time all is said and done, because by Easter Sunday, it is going to be drier, we could be tallying up rainfall totals here anywhere from 1 inch to 2.5 inches. So some pretty heavy rain on the way. A soaker through tomorrow and Saturday. As I said, though, Easter Sunday is looking much drier, still breezy and still cool too. Easter Sunday morning, heading off to church services. Maybe breaking out the sweaters and putting them over the Easter dresses, because we'll have a low of about 40 degrees and only 58 later in the afternoon. But at least it will be drier the later we get into the day. The mountain forecast, wet weather continues off and on right on through Saturday. Chilly conditions, high of only 40 on Saturday, back into the 50s on Sunday, and sunshine returns going into next week as temperatures warm up yet again. So not so great timing here with the wet weather going into the weekend. Again, sunny stretch kicks back in there going into next week as temperatures warm up close to 80 by 7 days from now.
Yeah, you're just going to have to go from air conditioning to heat and then back to air conditioning, it sounds like.